After 22 months, the wife and mother of Kulbhushan Jadhav met him just a short while ago inside the Pakistan Foreign Office. These are the pictures from inside that 40-minute meeting. Pictures of that meeting have, however, completely blown up in Pakistan's face. Remember, Pakistan has said this was a goodwill gesture, a humanitarian gesture, allowing the family of this Indian citizen to meet him, but they have completely exposed Pakistan's claim of this being a humanitarian gesture. Jadhav and his family members were separated by a big, thick glass window and were made to communicate through a telephone intercom. The picture also exposes how no privacy was provided to the family members. Additionally, these images also expose Pakistan's claims of providing consular access. Remember, India had rubbished Pakistan's assertion that it was providing consular access to Jadhav already. After that sham meeting this afternoon, Pakistan then released a sham video of Jadhav where he is seen, if you can imagine, thanking Pakistan for facilitating this meeting with his wife and mother.
I crossed over from Iran into Pakistan about 2 years back while working with law, and was apprehended by the Pakistani law enforcement agencies in Balochistan. I do duty with dignity and honor and in a very professional manner by the Pakistani authorities. I requested a meeting with my wife on humanitarian grounds, and I have been informed that my mother and my wife are coming over to meet me, and I'm really thankful to the government of Pakistan for showing this grand gesture.
Well, the pictures of Kulbhushan Jadhav meeting his mother and wife actually show torture marks on the back of his head. Take a close look at the pictures. And India today is the first to raise the question mark over whether Kulbhushan Jadhav has actually been subjected to torture in captivity. As you can see from these pictures, apparent injury marks on Kulbhushan Jadhav's head tell a certain story. You can also see what appear to be torture marks on his right ear. Well, this provides something of an idea of how Kulbhushan Jadhav has been treated across the last 22 months in Pakistani custody. Remember, Jadhav was arrested by Pakistani authorities in Balochistan after being abducted from Iran in 2016. He's been in captivity for the last 22 months. 2 videos, once after he was captured and one now, have been released, both under clear coercion. Well, this is the first time that the world has seen images of Kulbhushan Jadhav after that sham confession video released by Pakistan in April 2016. A comparison of the 2 pictures. Take a look at this comparison of images on your screen. Show Kulbhushan Jadhav is a pale shadow of what he apparently was earlier. He is substantially aged. Remember, Kulbhushan Jadhav has spent 22 months in a Pakistani captivity in a jail, and its impact is apparent on his face. This is an Indian citizen. We're calling it India for Jadhav, and this sham attempt by Pakistan to shore up its global image and try to be seen to be perpetrating a humanitarian gesture in favor of Kulbhushan Jadhav and allowing him to meet his parents, meet his mother and his wife, I beg your pardon, is obviously ridiculous, considering the huge constraints, the barefaced duplicity and dishonesty by Pakistan in not providing consular access, and the inadvertent revelation that this man, this Indian citizen, has probably been physically tortured. And let's, of course, as part of this enormous act of duplicity and cowardice by Pakistan, Mohammad Faisal, the spokesperson of Pakistan's Foreign Office, also had this to say after the 40-minute sham meeting.
This is a very important day for Pakistan, being the birth anniversary of the father of the nation, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. It was in this light that this day was chosen for the humanitarian meeting of Commander Jadhav with his wife and mother. Today is also Christmas, and our best wishes go to our Christian friends in Pakistan and all around the world. As you are aware, the meeting of the wife and mother of Commander Jadhav has just ended.
Okay, I want to go across now to Hamza Amir joining me live from Islamabad on this developing story. Hamza, you know, Pakistan attempting 100% to make it out to be that this was a humanitarian gesture on their part, but they've refused to answer any of the obvious questions of concern. That consular access was not provided at all. There were embarrassing constraints on the family in this particular 40-minute meeting, and also the expert view that there appears to be torture marks on this individual. Hamza.
Well, Shiv, I think, one thing that was positive that came out of Dr. Faisal's press conference was the fact that, he said that Kulbhushan was not given consular access because there was an investigation going on. But now he is not actually, writing this option out completely. He said that, if they will be required, it will be considered, as he said, that it is still being considered. That is something positive. But yes, in the press conference, he was very, very clear that, the meeting was done on humanitarian grounds. Pakistan has been maintaining the fact that Kulbhushan Jadhav cannot be granted consular access only for the fact that he's got charges against him that actually bar Pakistan from giving consular access. That is one. Secondly, he was also pretty clear on the fact that, while Pakistan showed their gesture, as Pakistan claims, they were very quick to actually, respond and head back on Commander Yadav very, very quickly. He said that Commander Yadav is the face of Indian terror in Pakistan, and that was a very, very strong statement coming from an official spokesperson of Pakistan Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And I think that going forward, makes things very clear that, while Pakistan shares its gesture, so-called, invites the family to come over, and he even talks about inviting the Indian media over, while I, being a correspondent of India Today, was actually not allowed to go inside the Foreign Office even, enter inside the gate, though I have security passes and everything. Yet, it was stopped. So I think, some things are really concerning when it comes to Dr. Faisal's conference. But yes, something, it gives a bit of a hope, and when he said that, consular access is being considered, and I think going forward, if that is granted, that is going to be yet another success for India coming via the International Court of Justice.
Hamza, stay with me. Gaurav Sawant, executive editor, also with me. Gaurav, your takeaway from that press conference. I mean, there was not a moment or an opportunity spared by Mohammad Faisal of the Pakistan Foreign Office to basically regurgitate the same rhetoric against Kulbhushan Jadhav, while alongside still trying to portray that this was a major humanitarian gesture. What was your assessment and reading of that press conference, Gaurav?
Shiv, Pakistan was completely caught out. Look at the video that they released and the subtitle on that video. What did it say? Final before the meet, which means there were multiple takes taken of that video. So Kulbhushan Jadhav was coerced into making a series of statements, and that was put out by Pakistan government. So this is Pakistan government's very heartless narrative that they're desperately trying to peddle to the world, because they've been cornered and caught out for not providing even the basic international norms and courtesies to a citizen of another country. So Pakistan claims he's a spy. India acknowledges he's an Indian citizen. The moment India acknowledges he's an Indian citizen, India should have been given consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav. Pakistan hasn't done that. They claim on Muhammad Ali Jinnah's birth anniversary, it's a humanitarian gesture. But look at that huge glass wall between Kulbhushan Jadhav and his mother and wife. And this just goes on to show that Pakistan was just playing a very crooked game. For them, it's just a game.
It's incredible. It's a crooked game that appears to be being played right now. I want to bring Hamza back in at this time. Hamza, the family of Kulbhushan Jadhav will be leaving from Islamabad very shortly from now. What is Pakistan going to be doing with this? Because the wide perception is that this is basically Pakistan trying to burnish its humanitarian credentials in front of the world, and especially the International Court of Justice, from where it has been castigated repeatedly. What is Pakistan? They're going to run with all that they have right now on the back of this 40-minute meeting, despite the huge amount of criticism and the questions it raises.
Well, Shiv, I think, what Pakistan is currently going to do after this episode, ends and the family safely goes back to India. Pakistan is actually going to take this forward to the International Court of Justice, and because there were demands made in the International Court of Justice by India to give Kausa access to Kulbhushan Jadhav, and also to have a family meet on humanitarian grounds. So Pakistan has actually catered to one, while on the other one, Pakistan says that it is being considered. So I think this is what Pakistan is going to do, that they are going to take this to the ICJ and tell them that we did what you asked us to do, but we are not going to give him council access because he's got charges of terrorism against him.
Okay, so they're going to stick to that stand and talk about how they're not giving consular access. They're making an excuse, even though an affirmation and a statement was made by Pakistan at some point that they would consider consular access. They talked about consular access, but as we saw, the Deputy High Commissioner of India, JP Singh, was made to stand outside while that particular meeting was taking place between the family and Kulbhushan Jadhav. Gaurav, what is India's reaction to what has just happened in Islamabad? We know that there is no official reaction just yet. Many politicians have reacted, including Shashi Tharoor, who has served in the United Nations. He has served with India's foreign ministry. He's talked about how this was a complete sham meeting. Do we have an official statement or a response or a sense that you're getting from the Modi government on what has just happened?
Not just as yet. There will be a statement shortly, we are told, or at least a backgrounder. But what we do know is, in this cloud there is a silver lining, and that silver lining is that Kulbhushan Jadhav is still alive, because this is the first public proof that he's alive, though those images also seem to indicate, and you were the first to break that story, Shiv, that Kulbhushan Jadhav had been tortured and there were torture marks on his ear, on the back of his head. The fact that he was tortured is something that India will perhaps now take to the International Court of Justice. Bilaterally, there is very little that is expected in this case. It's only at the International Court of Justice that India can hope to get justice and get consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav. But fortunately, the silver lining, that he's alive.
Okay, the silver lining, and perhaps the only bit of silver lining here, the only positive takeaway is confirmation that Kulbhushan Jadhav is in fact alive. Doesn't appear to be in poor health, at least not visibly, even though there are signs of torture. Gaurav and Hamza, stay with me. I also want to bring in India Today's Mustafa Sheikh, joining us live from Mumbai this evening. He is live from the area from where Commander Kulbhushan Jadhav is in the city, and he has with him some of Kulbhushan Jadhav's friends and relatives as well. Mustafa, what's the reaction among his family and friends?
Yes, of course, for a long time, Shiv, these people were waiting in this premises that this meeting happens. And what were you expecting, sir, and what has happened? What would be your reaction?
Really, what we were expecting earlier, it will be an emotional day for their parents, mom and wife. They were supposed to meet today, and they have met in the Pakistan there at Islamabad. But after seeing the video, what they have shown to us, it was very painful for us, for the friends and for the whole nation. The conversation and the meeting was conducted in a closed room where there you can just see the glass panel. One side Kulbhushan Jadhav was sitting, and one side mother and wife both were sitting and having a communication maybe on the speaker, and which I feel the conversation which has been taken place over there maybe for half an hour had been recorded. And even though I think so backside, if you see, Pakistan official were also present. So this is a very shameful act, which I feel on the humanitarian ground which they have allowed their parents.
How would you describe Kulbhushan's looks? You have seen him earlier and you saw him now in the pictures. What has been the difference?
Yeah, definitely, what we have seen Kulbhushan Jadhav earlier and now in the picture, it feels that, he was having lots of depression, and maybe lots of torture has been given in the past, because if you see whatever the head on the back side, there are some kinds of, mark which I have noticed. I don't know whether other people have noticed or not, but something strange, on this we cannot make out like his health condition as well as a mental condition, whichever the talk has been there at that Islamabad, the room where they have been conducted. It is an closed room where I told you there was a glass panel between both of them. So they cannot have that emotional, that touch and all that.
Yeah, so at this point of time, Shiv, that's what they're saying. It's a superficial, meeting, but they have also noticed the same injury marks on Kulbhushan, which was not there earlier, Shiv.
Obviously, and this creates a lot of doubt in people's minds. I mean, the worst fears about what may be happening in Pakistani captivity may actually be coming true. Here's what Subramanian Swamy, MP of the BJP, has just said in reaction to what has happened in Islamabad.
Well, I mean, this is all very stage managed thing by Pakistan, playing with human emotions of families. They have caught him, so what is the difficulty in showing? And I'm told that they can't meet one-to-one. There's a glass case which separates them, and there are cameras all over. And we just don't know, I mean, what conversation can take place with all of them listening in. I mean, when a wife meets a husband, they at least should allow them to meet one-to-one without someone apparently standing there. I know the room will be bugged and they'll anyway tape it. But at least they'll have the physical satisfaction of not anyone standing there and listening. I mean, these are human decencies which Pakistan lacks. And I have always said there's no use complaining about Pakistan.
Incredible human decency is expected from Pakistan. Why ever? We're going to keep a spotlight focus on that. On the other side, we're going to put you right in front of a story that exposes Pakistan's terror duplicity. Welcome back. We've got some breaking news coming to you right now on India Today that tells you what Pakistan is really all about. Don't believe the sham meetings of Kulbhushan Jadhav with his family that Pakistan says is a humanitarian gesture. India Today has now accessed exclusive images of JAISH-E-MOHAMMAD terrorist and operational leader Abdul Rauf Asghar, which according to intelligence reports is a man who is the mastermind of the Pathankot attack. The attack on the Pathankot Air Force Station just over 2 years ago. The younger brother of JAISH-E-MOHAMMAD chief Maulana Masood Azhar, Asghar is commander of the JAISH-E-MOHAMMAD. He's been caught on camera anti-India hate. This comes out on the same day that Pakistan claims to the world that it has honored its commitment to let the family of Kulbhushan Jadhav meet him in Islamabad. The JAISH-E-MOHAMMAD commander, for the first time on camera, has been caught on camera in the chilling confession. Rauf promises terror attacks bigger than Pathankot on Indian soil. This is an India Today national exclusive. This is how the Red Corner notice issued by Interpol describes one of India's most wanted terrorists, Mufti Abdul Rauf Asghar. Now for the first time, this terrorist leader has been caught on camera. In these images, accessed exclusively by India Today, Asghar is seen addressing a gathering inside a mosque. This public appearance in Pakistan was made by Rauf in the third week of December 2017 at a mosque near Pakistan's Bahawalpur, a JAISH-E-MOHAMMAD stronghold and birthplace of both Masood Azhar and his brother. In this chilling video, Rauf can be heard clearly asking people to support the JAISH-E-MOHAMMAD, an organization officially banned even in Pakistan. Remember, this man is the brother of JAISH-E-MOHAMMAD chief Maulana Masood Azhar. Following the startling and brazen announcement, the movement shifts outside the building where big loudspeakers can be heard playing jihadi songs in Urdu. Soon the sound of music is overtaken by the sound of indiscriminate firing from automatic guns. A group of young men are surrounded by a mob which chants anti-India jihadi slogans. Who is Abdul Rauf Asghar? Known as Mufti, Rauf is the younger brother of terrorist Maulana Masood Azhar and operational head of terror organization JAISH-E-MOHAMMAD. These attacks include the hijacking of Indian Airlines plane IC-814 in 1999, the December 2001 attack on Indian Parliament and January 2016 attack on the Indian Air Force base in Pathankot. Rauf has also been charge-sheeted by Indian investigative agencies, including the NIA, for his role in some terror cases. Even though India has provided enough evidence of Azhar's brothers being involved in various terror attacks in India, this rarest of the rare on-camera admission from Rauf Asghar will surely be the most irrefutable. With Ankit Kumar in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today. So that really is the real Pakistan that the world should know about, not the so-called humanitarian nation that honors its commitment. We all know that's just a sham for the cameras.
So we are seeing that, on 26th of this month, Rajni sir has decided to meet his fans again. And always this question arises on what is going to happen. Is there going to be a political entry? As a very close aide of Rajni sir and a person who gets to meet him, what is going on, sir?
No, on 26th of this month, he is going to meet his fans. That photo session will last for 6 days, I hope. So in this session, definitely, beyond all reasonable doubt, he will disclose his mind. He will speak about his political entry. No doubt in it.
One more thing is that we are seeing at the same time as how Rajni is entering or is expected to enter politics, one person who has made it very evident and clear is Kamal Hassan, who has said that, yes, I am ready for politics. It's just a matter of time before he starts his own party. But do you think this will be a good platform for a person like Kamal Hassan?
No, I don't have any idea regarding Kamal Hassan's entry, but he did not disclose on what day he will launch his own party. So everything, he has not given any statement in unambiguous terms. So I think he is a little bit confused. So even if he launches his party, what he is going to do with? That is the $1 million question.
Rajni can become like another MGR.
Of course, beyond all the reasonable doubt, because everyone adores him, everyone loves him, everyone feels that he is part of his family. So naturally, they don't treat him only as an actor. They treat him as their own man. And he is a simple way of behavior, and also his spirituality, and each and everything is ground to his earth. So he is most amiable and amenable personality. He's a very kind-hearted. He's a very good human being. So the people love him. They adore him. They don't think that he is after all an actor.
True.
So naturally, they will support him. They will vote for him. And definitely with the help of the people of Tamil Nadu, I think he will come to power.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
It seemed that Rajni will be meeting his fans from the 26th of December. The big question now is, will Rajni fit into the shoes of MGR as being claimed by many? And will Kamal Hassan become a person associating with Rajni, or will he become a Shivaji Ganeshan? These are all the big questions that we are leaving you with. With camera person Daniel from Chennai, this is Akshaya Nath for India Today.
Well, Akshaya is with us live from Chennai. Akshaya, 6 days of fan action for Talaiva starting tomorrow. What are we expecting to see? I mean, of course, there will be speculation over whether he's going to be making any announcement or dropping any hint or any indications of what his plans will be. We don't know if that will happen. But take us through what we're expecting to see. What kind of interactions are planned for the next 6 days?
Well, Shiv, we're being told that the Rajni fans will have a proper glimpse of the star. Earlier in the month of June, July also, we had seen a similar photo operation session which was there with Rajni along with his fans. A similar scenario will be panning out in the last week of December, that is from 26th till 31st. But the interesting part, what we are being told is that Rajni will be making the big political statement as expected. That was a statement from Rajni's very close aide, Tamil Arvi Manian, and he had interacted with Rajni only a few days back as well. So we are getting source-based information that Rajni will be making his highly talked about political plunge, and that will be during those 6 days when he is meeting his fans. Earlier also, the last time when he met, that was the time when Rajni had gone on to say that, you know, the political scenario in the state of Tamil Nadu is in a crisis, and when the time is ready, when it's time for war, he will call out to his people to join him. So that statement was made during the last photo session. So this time around, it is going to be a time when he might be making his political announcement shift. But second point that we need to focus on is, for the last year and a half, we have been hearing if Rajni will enter politics or not. This debate has been going on for quite some time. So now we will be seeing that, you know, if Rajni is making or not making, there will be a serious repercussion, because it is almost becoming like a repeated affair. And moreover, we know that Rajni still has 2 to 3 movies in his kitty yet to be completed, Shiv.
It's amazing, because 6 days of fan interaction is hopefully going to provide a lot of fodder for Rajni watchers. There is a political void. There continues to be political turmoil in the city of Chennai and Tamil Nadu at large. But will he provide any hints, or has he backed off? Has he decided not to, you know, stir the speculation that he has, of course, been doing over the last 2 or 3 years? Thanks very much, Akshaya, for joining us on that. Rajnikant has kept all of us guessing on his political plans all through, especially since and around the coverage around the Kabali release in 2016. Will they be finally laid to rest this New Year's Eve? Here's a look at all of Talaivar's subtle and not so subtle political hints in the last 12 months.
To color. India Today has brought to you the best of the superstar at every step of his career. And as the unstoppable Rajnikant readies to take the leap into the world of politics, India Today has once again been at the forefront, bringing you the voices that matter with the most comprehensive, unparalleled coverage. He first revealed the teaser.
அந்த ஆண்டவனை வந்து நான் ஒரு கருவி, அந்த ஆண்டவனை வந்து பயன்படுத்திட்டு இருக்கான். இப்போ நடிகனா பயன்படுத்திட்டு இருக்கான், நடிகனா நடிச்சிட்டு இருக்கேன். நாளைக்கு என்னமா பயன்படுத்துறானோ.
But stayed silent on the real answer.
You don't want to talk about politics completely, but what are your views, sir? Because all the fans...
no politics. Please don't talk about politics, right?
But when the time, we are all waiting for the time.
The political uncertainty in Tamil Nadu has given new meaning to Rajni's overtures and has sent the political world into a tizzy.
देखिए, अभी रजनीकांत जी ने पहले तय करना पड़ेगा. हमारी तरफ से हर अच्छे व्यक्ति का राजनीति में आने के लिए स्वागत है.
The strongest whiff yet coming from camp BJP.
Rajnikant already met the Prime Minister 2-3 times, and also all India leaders have met, discussed with him. And he is going to take final decision.
What would you like to talk?
But the superstar and his family are holding their cards close to their chest, keeping the guessing game on and showing the world that Talaiva is boss, that politics or films, he will never disappoint his fans. And India Today will never disappoint its viewers, staying ahead every step of the game. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, with Rajnikant's political entry, the Tamil Nadu blockbuster will be complete. Another Tamil superstar, Kamala Hassan, has already made his intent clear. And Rajnikant will only add another twist to this Tamil blockbuster. So who will make a better Neta? India Today decodes it.
அதுக்காக நான் வந்து ஒவ்வொரு எலெக்ஷன் வரும்போதும் என்னுடைய ஆதரவு யாருக்கும் இல்லை அப்படின்ற சூழ்நிலைக்கு நான் தள்ளப்படுறேன்.
Months later, it's status quo as far as Rajnikant's political plunge is concerned. While the BJP has been actively wooing him, Talaiva hasn't given a clear answer.
We don't want to talk about politics completely, but what are your views, sir? Because all the fans...
no politics. Please don't talk about politics, right?
But when the time, we are all waiting for the time. Sir, good time, we are waiting.
This is too much.
At the event to celebrate 75 years of DMK's mouthpiece, the contrast between the Kamal and Rajni was unmissable. While Hassan sat on stage with the DMK leadership, Rajinikanth maintained a safe distance, choosing to sit in the audience. That when Kamal Hassan fired a salvo at Rajni.
இல்ல அவரை கீழே உட்கார்ந்துட்டு பார்க்கறேன் அப்படின்னா அப்ப நானும் கீழே உட்கார்ந்துக்கிறேன். தற்காப்பு இல்ல முக்கியம், சன்மானம் தான் முக்கியம்.
Rajni and Kamal's political punches have the making of a big political blockbuster. If and when these two superstars enter politics, it will be Clash of the Titans. But who will make a better Neta among these two Abhinetas? Apart from being bold and vocal about issues, Kamal's social media reach works in his favor. Another big plus is that he's a good orator in Tamil. He is seen as an intellectual and has good fan base, but his biggest advantage in a state that takes its identity seriously is that he is a Tamilan from Madurai. But will he be able to stand his ground among shrewd politicians? Can he convert his popularity for votes? He's already made a few enemies in the political circles, which could be a disadvantage for Kamal Hassan. All eyes have been on Rajinikanth's political entry, but can the crowd puller be a successful vote getter? Rajini's mass appeal is unmatched. The fact that he has no big rivals make him a safe bet for political parties. His easy charm and humility make him connect instantly with people. His patience is a virtue, as is his skill of making sharp attacks without explicitly hurting anyone. But he has still kept his cards close to his chest. He's been criticized for not standing up for causes spontaneously, and the biggest factor that could work against Talaiva is that he is still viewed as an outsider.
Well, Talaiva may not have divulged way too much about his politics right now, but through his films, he's made several political statements. Here's a look as we roll out at Rajinikanth's top 5 big political plunges. And as we say goodbye on 5 Live today, let's hope we've got a lot more to speak about in the week ahead, starting tomorrow, and we'll keep the spotlight on Talaiva in Chennai.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.